I'll admit it here, I was actually excited for this movie. The nostalgia goggles were clearly on when I watched Space Jam 2, but slowly and surely, those goggles slowly fell as I realized this movie was nothing more than a commercial for Warner Brothers disguised as a Looney Tunes movie. Now, I understand that movies can be shameless when it comes to them being open with the fact that they're cash grabs, and there's no exception when it comes to sequels of popular franchises. But with Space Jam 2, this movie is all commercialism over story, and it knows that at certain points. The movie literally goes into other movies to remind you that Warner Brothers own these properties. Now, I don't mind movies that do these sort of tongue-in-cheek crossovers, but at the very least, they need to be tongue-in-cheek in a way they acknowledge it all and make it interesting. Here, it just comes off as boring and lacking in concept. The first Space Jam movie may have been inspired by a commercial for shoes, but at the very least, they knew how to have fun with the concept of Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan being on the same screen. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't a boring time. Here it felt like I had to keep myself up in order to keep watching it. The movie feels slow, not just because of a long runtime of almost 2 hours, but it just feels like it's trying too hard to stay interesting. This movie is chock full of references of other movies, the previous Space Jam, other media, and even memes, that's impossible to find any original piece of thoughtful comedy here. Now while it's a challenge to sit through it all, there's at least some saving graces here. The animation is alright and really feels like an upgrade to the original Space Jam, and the CGI in the final third of the movie doesn't feel too uncanny and is a tasteful update for the characters. There are literally a handful of jokes that work and make me laugh from time to time, and of all the live action actors that are in this movie, Don Cheadle is the best part. His ability to be charming and cunning really stood out to me, and being able to see him be funny is always a highlight. I'm shocked that LeBron James was so middle of the road here, as there are movies where he's a legit good actor. I feel he was either given terrible direction or he knew how phoned in the movie was, so he decided to phone in his performance. Either way, Space Jam 2 does very little with the idea of basketball player meets Looney Tunes, something that the original movie didn't do well either, but while that movie at least tried to have some fun and not be taken too seriously, this movie feels like it doesn't know how to have fun with the concept and just relies on you, the viewer, having seen the first one to like this movie. In other words, it's just forgettable.